Good morning. It is 10:20. It is the 19th day of December and Vlogmas. I'm still wearing the hat. I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, the OGGM, with another OGGM adventure slash complaint. Because apparently I do that a lot. That's going away at the end of the year, I promise. So, last night was the season finale of season 2 of Disney's smash hit space western, The Mandalorian. The fate of Mando and bo-katan and Grogu, Baby Yoda, seems to have been decided, at least for partially. Now, if you did not see the final episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian yet, there's going to be spoilers, so stop watching now. All right, if you're still watching, then I assume you either don't care about the spoilers or have already seen it and have some interest in what I have to say. So, literally, even before the episode hit the air, there were complaints about the episode. There are complaints that Gina is still on the show, even though she supposedly said some things that some people took umbrage with about whatever. I don't know. I think she plays the character she's playing very well. I mean, the best she can do. She's kind of just sort of there, and her character is very wooden and really, but it does give some, connection with the Star Wars universe, and she fleshes out the cast nicely. Whether she'll be in next season or not, who knows? Considering the way it looks like next season's going to go, probably won't see that much of her. Now, so there was complaints about that. Now, there's also complaints about who showed up to get Baby Yoda, Grogu. I don't know. I don't know what people were expecting. I don't know why people are upset. For me, it made perfect sense who showed up. Again, spoilers. If you haven't seen the episode, stop watching now. Okay, so previous episode, they went to this planet. Grogu sat in the ruins of a Jedi temple, and there was Jedi mysticism, Force energy. He reached out to the Force and contacted a Jedi. Meanwhile, while the other characters were defending him, including Boba Fett. Yes, Boba Fett. That was the most awesome part of the series for me, is seeing Boba Fett back. Spoilers. Combat happened. Things blew up. There was heart pull. There was action. There was adventure. There was comedy. Boba Fett in his armor, flying Slave One. Yeah. At the end, Grogu gets kidnapped. He goes through the steps of trying to free Grogu. We get onto the spaceship. We know that Grogu, Baby Yoda, has sent out message that a Jedi is coming because, spoilers, Ahsoka Tano did not feel she was the Jedi to teach Grogu because of she felt he was too emotionally attached, and she was still deeply scarred by the whole Anakin Vader thing. Spoiler, 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 spoiler. So, the heroes arrive on the bad guy ship. There's shooting, there's blasting, there's, MacGuffins, there's comedy, there's whatever. They get to the final scene, things happen. They rescue Grogu, they're trying to figure out what to do. The bad guys suddenly have them trapped, and Moff Gideon is like, ha ha ha, you fell into my plan, ha 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 ha. And suddenly an X-Wing shows up. The music is very dark and somber, and you see a hooded figure wearing dark brownish black clothes. Now, there's a lot of action of the hooded figure killing people with the lightsaber. It's a Jedi. Everybody's sort of frightened. I don't know why. Everybody's frightened, other than the fact that many of them are Mandalorians. The Mandalorians, the Jedi, don't have a good, history together. So going into the spoiler, the music choice was there was only two things I complained about. The music choice was completely wrong, considering it was an action scene to build up our hearts and get us excited over who it was, because we all knew it was going to be somebody we knew, The minute you see a Jedi and an X-Wing, it's like limits it down to like 3 people. It's like, who's still alive? That's a Jedi. That would be flying an X-Wing. There's like only 3. So, but then it's this dark, ominous music. So I guess it's supposed to make us think, oh, maybe it's a Sith. Maybe it's, not who we think it is. When it should have been, exciting action movie music. It should have been the theme. It should have been da-da-da-da. The elevator opens. He comes out. Smoke. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. But it wasn't. Get to the reveal. It's Luke. It is a de-aged Mark Hamill voicing Luke, using the new de-aging technology, replacing technology, the same thing they used to make Leia and, Tarkin and de-age other people. It looks okay. Doesn't look great. But it's definitely... Actually, I thought he looked too young, considering it's been about 5 years to 8 years since the end of Jedi. So Luke would look a little bit older and a little bit more, grizzled, but he kind of just looked like Luke at the end of Jedi. So, yeah, I can see why people are complaining. So people are complaining that it was Luke, and people are complaining that Luke was wearing black. My only complaint is, A, the music was completely inappropriate because it's Luke. Luke wielding the lightsaber, coming through an elevator, smoke, R2-D2, them fighting impossible odds, using the Force like the way we always wanted to see him use it. It should have been dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. It should have been the action music. It should have been Luke's theme, but it was. It was dark, somber music, and I don't understand why they chose that. People are upset because Luke took Grogu away to go train him to be a Jedi. Okay, it makes perfect sense that of the 3 individuals that we know are still maybe active that isn't Ahsoka Tano, that are Jedis, is Luke. I mean, everything was leading up to it being Luke. They kept hinting throughout both seasons that the Jedi who's going to show up at the end is going to be Luke. It ties everything in to Jedi and the original trilogy. It ties everything. There's mentions of the Death Star. There's mention he goes to Tatooine several times. Boba Fett. Everything. They kept hinting that it was going to be Luke. I know some people wanted it to be Ezra. I know some people wanted it to be Samuel L. Jackson's character. I know some people wanted it to be the character from the video game. But really, it was Luke. And people are complaining that the de-aging doesn't look right. Oh, what do you want? I mean, sure, it could have been Mark Hamill now coming, as he looks now with some makeup. But whatever. They made the choices that they made. Would Mark have done it? Probably. Could they have made him look like a middle-aged Luke? Probably. They made the choices they made. The action was great. The music was wrong. People are complaining because he was dressed in black. And oh no, Luke would have not been dressed in black right now. Well, first, no, it wasn't black. It was brown. And, it's just what Jedis wear. They wear the spooky Obi-Wan cloak. They wear the, monotone colors. It's Luke. He's never really been about flashy clothes. He's always been very monotone: white, gray, black, brown, gray, white. It gave us the Luke we wanted to see at the end of the movie with Rey. Everybody wanted to see Luke do an awesome action fight in the new trilogy, and he didn't. So this is the Luke we wanted to see: full-powered Luke doing Jedi shit. And yet people are complaining. They're complaining about the way it looked. They're complaining about the fact that he took the Baby Yoda away. And why would you take Baby Yoda away, since we know what is going to happen to your Jedis in a couple years because of Ben? Well, that's like still 13 years down the pike before Ben, and whatever does his shit. And we know from the canon comics, Grogu wasn't there. So, and we know he's only going to teach him and then let him pick his path. So we probably can assume that Grogu will return to the Mandalorian by the end of season 3. So I don't understand why people are upset. It makes perfect sense that it was Luke. I think they did the best job that they could with the technology they had to show a de-aged Luke. If anything, he looked too young. I think it makes perfect sense that Luke would have taken him away, and the Mandalorian would have willingly given his son Heartbreak to the Jedi who can teach him to control his power. Meanwhile, now in season 3, we can get to see some stuff that doesn't really have anything to do with Baby Yoda. Because let's face it, as much as we love Baby Yoda, it was getting kind of boring. Go to a planet, Baby Yoda gets in trouble, we have to save Baby Yoda, go to a different planet. So something new. Maybe we can see something involving the Mandalorians. Maybe we can see something involving, Boba Fett and Mando trying to rebuild the Bounty Hunter Guild, or helping Bo-Katan retake Mandalorian, or just something completely different, some more westerny type stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the baby. And then season 3 can lead to some climactic battle where Mando is in a lot of trouble, and suddenly Grogu, now a fully trained Jedi, shows up to save him, and father and son, or Lone Wolf and Cub, are back together again for season 4. So why are you... At this point, I think people are complaining just to complain. Oh, there was no representation. Oh, Gina said something. Oh, the Mark Hamill looked too young. Oh, he wouldn't have been wearing brown robes. Oh, he wouldn't have taken the baby. Whine, whine, whine. Complain, complain, complain. Woke, woke, woke. SJW, SJW. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy the show. There is nothing about last night's episode worth complaining about other than nitpicky stuff like, how come nobody recognized it was Luke? Literally, Gina's character was on Endor. She would have recognized the general of, the rebellion, General Luke Skywalker, and would have, let's say, General Skywalker when he came through the door. Nobody else recognized him. At least she would have recognized him. And the music was inappropriate. Other than that, it was fine. Stop complaining. Tell you what, here's what I want all you complainy trolls to do. Turn off your computers and go get an ice cream and have a nice day, because it's just getting ridiculous. You're complaining for the sake of complaining and waving your little woke SJW flag, and you're making all of us who are actually trying to have social change that much harder, and trying to deal with the events of the world in a realistic way impossible, because you complain about everything. Just stop. I'm complaining about you complaining. I will talk to you later.